Today on the Trent Out Loud podcast. Yo, it's the holidays and Jay-Z can't catch a break. A DNA test? We have leaked footage of Diddy in jail riding a motorcycle? Kim Kardashian wearing an ankle monitor? Yo, what's going on this holiday? Many people said it was just a matter of time, but is it really here? Has MAGA finally turned on Elon Musk? What up? It's Trent Out Loud, and I'm back with another episode. All right, it's Monday morning. Not normally my favorite day of the week, but it's a holiday Monday, so I'm in a good mood. All right, I have a huge show set up for you guys. I have 6 lead stories. We're going to kick it off with a federal judge that might make Jay-Z take a DNA test for his illegitimate son. Possible leaked footage of Diddy in jail. Kim Kardashian might be wearing an ankle monitor, and MAGA might be turning on Elon Musk. In quick news, we're going to talk Megan Thee Stallion, Beyonce, Ice Spice, Joe Budden, SZA, Jay-Z, Elon Musk, Young Miami, Kendrick Lamar, and Vybz Kartel. As always, we're going to close out the show with social discussion of the day, question of the day, and a little bit of sports news. Y'all know what time it is. Turn your TVs, your radio, or your devices up. I'm about to start this show. Let's go. Our first lead story. A federal judge may force Jay-Z to take a DNA test for alleged son amid new claims. All right, a federal judge may require Jay-Z to take a DNA test after Ramir claims that he is Jay-Z's illegitimate son. Ramir alleges his mother was just 16 years old when she was involved with Jay-Z, raising questions about consent. Adding to the drama, the judge recently criticized Jay-Z and his attorney, Alex Shapiro, for wasting court resources while trying to dismiss separate legal claims. All right, so this is a little bit of a follow-up to episode 407 when we had a breaking story about Jay-Z and the Diddy lawsuit. The federal judge in this case said that Jane Doe can stay anonymous, and she also criticized Jay-Z's lawyer. For those of you who didn't see that episode, go check out episode 407. Now, some of you might be wondering, what does Jay-Z's illegitimate son have to do with this? Because he has his own case. But from what I'm hearing is that because in the Jay-Z and Diddy lawsuit, the Jane Doe's age is in question, they might be bringing in Jay-Z's illegitimate son and make Jay-Z take the DNA test. And if it turns out that that Ramir's mom was in fact 16 when Jay-Z was with her, that could lead to believe that Jay-Z may be willing to, be with women that are not of proper age. That's pretty much what this is saying, and from what I'm hearing. Now, this would be harder to have him do in a federal case, in a criminal case, but with civil, the statute of limitation is a lot lower and a lot of more things could be permitted. Jay-Z is not going to want to do this. For those of you who know about this case, Jay-Z has been trying to avoid this DNA test for years, almost 15 or 20 years. And one of the reasons why is because of the age of the mom. So if this ever comes out that this is really his son, that just shows that she was of that age. And now it's more reason to believe Jane Doe. So it's all tangled in. Like we said on Friday's episode 407, this is so bad for Jay-Z. And I think that he's probably regretting not paying off Jane Doe. To add insult to injury, the judge in this case does not like Jay-Z's lawyer. We spoke about this in 407. And when a judge does not like counsel, it is bad news. Now, it doesn't mean to say that he's going to be found guilty. I'm not saying that. But you want the judge to be on your side or to favor you. So when, things come into question, or videotapes or pictures or DNA tests or whatever, you want the judge to be more lenient to your side. And the fact that she doesn't already like Alex Shapiro and think that he is being very demanding, it's not a good sign. So it looks like she's already weighing on the side. Keep in mind, this is not a case with a jury. Everything will come down to the judge. So this is bad news for Jay-Z. We will follow up on this. Looks like Jaguar rights claims have been looking to be more and more true as things progress. And Jay-Z also has a lawsuit going on against her. But anyways, that's a whole other thing. I digress. Let me know what you guys think about Ramir and this whole DNA test and what's going on. And do you agree with me that things look worse and worse every week as we go on for the Jigga Man?
She came to you about it saying, hey, Jay-Z, Sean Carter is your dad. Was she telling you because she truly wanted you to know?
It just came randomly. I still was a kid, and, I can't fully remember everything, but I could say it was random. That she was so of a person of truth, I believe it was her side to keep it away from me.
Our second lead story, Justin Combs shares throwback of Diddy highlighting his struggles working with Ciroc and corporate pushback against successful Black entrepreneurs. All right, recently, Justin Combs shared a throwback video of his father, Sean Diddy Combs, discussing the challenges that successful Black entrepreneurs face. In the video, Justin posted to his Instagram stories, Diddy speaks about his struggles of working with Ciroc. He highlighted how corporate America often seeks to limit the success of Black entrepreneurs, stating, I always came up against the ceiling that they just wanted to keep me in the colored section. All right, I'm going to play the video, but I just think this is such a bad move from Justin, but just take a listen.
With Ciroc, it was the same thing, getting into the spirits industry. No matter what industry I went into, I always came up against the ceiling that they just wanted to keep me in the colored section. I want to be treated equally like anybody else. Corporate America is made and built for white men.
All right, like I said before I started playing this video, such a bad move from Justin. For those of you who have been following me, I have been saying for months, since this whole Diddy and Cassie thing came out, I told Diddy, stay offline, stay off Instagram. He has been antagonizing the powers that be by posting things like this. If you ask me, half of the reason why they actually even pressed charges and went after Diddy is because of his antagonistic ways online. And if you don't believe that that's actually true, ask Tory Lanez. The reason why Tory is even in jail right now is because he antagonized Megan Thee Stallion online after the whole incident happened, and she got fed up and she's like, you know what? It wasn't actually glass that cut my foot. It was Tory. People get antagonized. And when you keep pushing people like this by posting videos and making it seem as if, hey, the only reason why my dad is locked up is because he went against Ciroc and because he went and talked about corporate America, that is going to make them want to push further. So if they're not, in the case right now and they're like, oh, things are not looking good, people from Ciroc and people in these big corporations are going to call down the feds and like, look, see, his son keeps posting this stuff about us. Make sure you guys work harder. How much more money do you need? How much more evidence do you need? How much more witnesses do you need? And it just keeps on fueling their fire. Stay off of Instagram. Everybody in the Diddy camp, his mom, his babysitter, the nanny, everybody stay offline and keep y'all mouths shut. I don't know why you guys keep antagonizing the system. It makes no sense. Second of all, Diddy is in jail for his own doing. We all seen the Cassie tape and we all see the evidence that's against him. I'm not saying every single claim that he's guilty of. I'm sure there are some people out there looking for money, but just us, the public, we have seen enough evidence against Diddy. So you trying to blame it on the fact that, oh, corporate America doesn't like the fact that he's talking about them? Bro, we already seen the evidence. So you guys posting this is not swaying the public and it's just making you guys look even worse and fueling the system, the man. Stop doing it. Stay offline. Jeez. Our third lead story talking about Diddy. All right, there's an alleged video circulating online of Diddy riding a motorcycle in jail. Now, I didn't want to report this. I did see this, I think it was last week, but more and more reputable sites are starting to post it. And I made some calls and I asked around, and people said that this is actually the interior of MDC, Metropolitan Detention Center, where Diddy is held. They're saying this is exactly what it looks like inside. So you cannot get a real great close-up of his face. I tried to zoom in, and I don't know, but it definitely looks like it could be Diddy. Of course, I'm going to play it for those of you who are watching on YouTube or Spotify. I send it to one of my friends there who does like some video data stuff, and he like hyper zoomed it in and tried to like make a comparison. I don't know. He did some like tech stuff, and he says that the program that he used said that the face was a 85 or 86% match to Diddy. So I actually paid him to do that because I really wanted to know if it Diddy. But I mean, it's not really that much of a big deal. I mean, he's still in jail. It's not like he's like on the street, but where would he get a bike and why would he just be riding around in a circle in jail? But let me know what you guys think. You guys think that this is Diddy? The body frame does look like him. The haircut does look like him. But even if it's not, who would be riding a bike in jail like this anyways? I don't know. Let me know if you guys what you guys think in the comment section below. Is this Diddy? And why are the guards letting him ride around aimlessly with nobody else around in jail on a little motorcycle? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. All right, our fourth lead story. People are saying, rumors are circulating that Kim Kardashian is wearing an ankle monitor. All right, I have a little video for you guys, but just to remind you guys, to give you guys context before I play the video, do you guys remember when Kim had the launch for Skims in New York a couple of weeks ago? And she was riding around on this scooter and she said she sprained her ankle. A couple of days after, she was seen out in a cast. And people are saying that she is connected with the Diddy situation, and now she has an ankle monitor so that they could track her whereabouts because they might potentially be bringing charges on her in the new year. And she decided to put a cast, and she knew that this was coming along, so that's why she was riding the scooter to say, oh, I have a sprained ankle, and then all of a sudden put a cast. I will say one thing. Normally, if you have a problem with your ankle, you don't have a scooter or like a soft cast and then they put on a hard cast. Normally they put on a hard cast right away. So why would she have a hard cast a couple of days after? So it is a little bit weird, but I will play the video and then you guys tell me what you think. Take a listen.
Kim Kardashian wearing an ankle monitor. People think she's wearing a cast over top of it to disguise it. People are speculating that she was arrested and it's linked to Diddy. The entire family has been very close to him for years. And there is like a picture of her on like a little scooter without the cast, but apparently this is to like prepare us to show like, oh, she hurt herself. And then later she comes out in the cast. Here's another picture of like supposedly the covered up ankle monitor, like she wore a shoe cast kind of thing.
So like I said, the timeline of the scooter, the soft cast and the hard cast don't make sense. I even called my doctor to ask him. It doesn't make sense, but it doesn't mean for sure that she has an ankle monitor. So this is, people are just speculating. Another thing I will say is that you can have an ankle monitor and not stay at home. I saw a couple of people in the comment section saying, that if you have an ankle monitor, you have to stay at home. That is not true. You can have an ankle. I know people that have ankle monitors and are out. They normally have a curfew and have to be back at a certain time. Or I just know people that have ankle monitors and they could go freely, but it's just to track you in case you are a flight risk and go somewhere. And we all know Kim Kardashian for sure is a flight risk. She has her own plane and half the whole family has her own plane. So it could be true. I'm not saying it is true, but the thing that is speculative to me is the timeline with the cast. You have a problem with your ankle. If it's broken, you normally have a cast. You put a cast on right away. Why would they put it on a couple of weeks later? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Our fifth lead story. Who are the Compton Cowboys and who is Alex Fine? All right, y'all are going to love this one. Okay, so you know that Beyonce had her Beyonce Bowl on Netflix for the NFL Christmas Day. Now, there was a lot of Easter eggs in that whole Christmas Day thing. We're going to talk about it in quick stories. But one of the stories that I wanted to bring up in lead stories was Alex Fine. Now, Compton Cowboys, I'm going to play a video. Compton Cowboys was seen in the first minute of the Beyonce show, and they were the guys that were standing on the horses as Beyonce was making her way through to get to the stadium. Now, why is this important is that the Compton Cowboys are from Compton, And Alex Fine is a member of the Compton Cowboys. And guess who Alex Fine is? Cassie's husband. Cassie's husband was the first guy on the horse in the Beyonce show. Now, people are speculating that Beyonce is indirectly telling the powers that be that she is on Cassie's side. Now, why would Beyonce hire the Compton Cowboys and put him in the show? Now, she has worked with them in the past, but she could easily say, I mean, she's Beyonce. She can easily say, okay, guys, I want to work with you, but Alex is a little controversial right now. Y'all know I'm married to Jay-Z and everything that's going on. We don't want him in there because I don't want people talking. Every single thing that Beyonce does is thought about and is strategic. She put him in there and she also didn't hide him. He was the first person on the horse. Why? What is she trying to tell us? I'll leave that up to y'all and I'll play the video. Take a listen.
The Compton Cowboys. Beyonce uses the Compton Cowboys a lot. The reason people are just now realizing that these are the Compton Cowboys is because the man all the way on the first horse is Alex Fine. Who's Alex Fine? Alex Fine is Cassie's husband. By using Cassie's husband and the Compton Cowboys, this was a message. It's showing who she stands with, and I believe that's Cassie. She could have not used Alex. Alex didn't have to be in it, but he was in it for a reason.
What is going on in the Beyonce household with Jay-Z, with Diddy, Cassie? I keep on asking that question all the time. We see them, and I have a video of Jay-Z at the Christmas Day bowl, but we see them together, but what's going on behind closed doors? Is Beyonce moving on her own? Is she talking with Cassie? Or is people are saying that B is going to divorce Jay-Z, but publicly she's saying she's standing by his side? I definitely think this is a sign. Who knows? It could also be that Jay-Z wants to stand by Cassie too, and Jay-Z's like, yeah, put him in there so we could let everybody know, or the powers that be know, that we're on Cassie's side and we're quote unquote working with Cassie's husband. You do know that Jay-Z tried to distance himself from Jay-Z, that Jay-Z tried to distance himself from Diddy last week by saying, yo, we're just industry friends. We're not even real friends, which I thought was a mistake, but I digress. Whew. Like I told y'all, man, there is so much going on this holiday season. I can't even keep up. My head is spinning, but I do love it. It is juicy. All right, our sixth lead story, keeping up with the juice. All right, Elon Musk is under fire for endorsing a post suggesting that the right-leaning Americans are not smart enough for skilled jobs. All right, he said the R word. All right, so I'm going to read to you the post that Elon Musk reposted on Twitter and commented under, and then I'm going to tell you the backlash and who is actually taking his side. All right, so the post says, so basically the right is split into two fractions, the tech right and the right. And the tech right is like, hey, we need H-1B visa people to do jobs. And the right is like, no, we need to hire Americans. And the tech right is saying, but you guys are, the R word, you guys are not smart enough. And the right is like, well, you don't train us. And the tech right is like, yes, well, you can't out-train not being smart. All while this was going on, we learned some people really don't like Indians. Okay, so the H-1B is a visa that's given to immigrants, and it's more Indians, I think probably Asians as well too, to tech jobs. All right, so that's why I ended off by saying while all this was going on, we learned that people really don't like Indians. So Elon Musk retweeted that, and he said that pretty much sums it up. That was eye-opening. So, of course, he got a lot of backlash from the right because he's agreeing with the right tech people. So billionaire Elon Musk, a vocal supporter of President Trump, has drawn criticism for endorsing a post on Tuesday that suggested Americans are too, R word, not smart enough, to be hired for skilled jobs. The South African-born CEO of X, formerly Twitter, SpaceX, and Tesla made the comments during a heated online debate about the H-1B visa and the preference from foreign leaders over American workers. All right, so so that's one thing. Now the next headline is MAGA is turning on Elon Musk after he called them the R word and a couple of other things. Also, what he did is he demonetized their pages. people on Twitter make money. They monetize their pages. So he has deactivated a lot of these far right accounts, demonetized their pages. And this is his way of getting back at the people who are attacking him. All right. Hope you guys are following. Now, what is most shocking of all this is that Donald Trump has taken Elon Musk's side. Donald Trump supports immigration visa backed by Musk. He says, I have many H-1B visas on my property. President-elect Donald Trump told the Post Saturday he supports immigration visas for highly skilled workers, and he is on the side of Elon Musk. He said, I've always liked the visa. I have always been in favor of the visa. That's why we have them, referring to the H-1B program, which permits companies to hire foreign workers in specific occupations. All right, so that's all the drama. I hope you guys are following it. So a lot of people are saying a couple of things. One, that the Elon Musk kind of love fest with MAGA would not have lasted very long, but people are surprised it didn't even last till the point where, you know, Trump is even the president, which is going to happen on January the 20th. So that's one thing. Has MAGA turned on Elon Musk? Now, I did tell you guys last week where the kind of like the bromance between Elon and Trump, people were saying that there's kind of like arguments in between the two of them because it seems as if like Elon Musk is the real president and Trump is just taking orders from Elon. And Trump came out and was like, listen, I'm the president. He's good at Tesla and rocket ships, but my area is politics. Elon, take a back seat. So this is like the second kind of like hiccup, but the fact that Trump is actually coming out and supporting this visa is kind of making a lot of people question what's going on. And they think that it really just has to do with money. And Elon was like, hey, man, listen, I paid a lot to your campaign, $250 million. I have a lot of other plans. So it looks like the turmoil has maybe ended because Elon Musk has all the money. That's what I've been hearing. As everything I say with politics, I am not on the right. I'm not on the left. This is a purple podcast. I'm independent, but I would really like to know what you guys think about all of this and all this turmoil. Do you guys think MAGA is turning on Elon? Do you think Elon is going to be at the inauguration? Like, what is going on? We do know that Trump and Elon, remember, they have gone head to head in the past. They didn't always like each other, but they came together now for, I think, their own self-benefits. But how long will this relationship last? And how long will MAGA still have Elon Musk's back? Let me know in the comment section below. Send me emails, trendoutloud@cfqr600.com. All right, this brings us to quick news. Ring my bell. Megan Thee Stallion accused of doing something with her hands to her best friend until it hurt. Employees' hair and doing something for weight loss. All right. Sorry if I can't read everything here. As you guys know, I do not want this video to get flagged, but I'll try my best to tell you guys what's going on. All right. So according to new documents by Megan Thee Stallion's former photographer, he included shocking allegations against Megan. He claims that she did something with her hands to her best friend until it caused pain, and there was hair and a lot of things to do with weight loss. The additional accusations that Megan prohibited employees from eating in her presence, leading to ridicule and fighting if they didn't listen to her. I got a little excerpt from the document. Crazy. Like I said, I'll do my best to read it to you. So he said, okay, so Megan and her best friend were dancing. They got into the car. They were drinking. And Megan started to put her hands all over her best friend's, the chest area, and her legs and behind. Then Megan started kissing her best friend. And the plaintiff said that he was in the SUV and it started making him uncomfortable to watch his boss in this way. Megan Thee Stallion being the photographer's boss. So Megan discredited what he was saying, that he was uncomfortable, and she continued these acts with her best friend. Now, she says that she got into the back seat and moved towards her best friend and removed some of her clothes, the bottom half, and began to do something to her best friend with her hands. But then they said he's claiming that Megan's best friends were saying that her nails were too long and it was hurting her. And that's how she's part of this lawsuit with him. And it just goes on, and it's a little bit more derogatory, and I cannot read it to you. But Megan Thee Stallion, it's like everybody is turning on her every day or every week. There's a new case against Megan. This one now with these two former employees. Now, if you guys remember, it was actually her best friend that was with her with Tori's situation. This is a whole new best friend. This hand situation with the long nails just has the internet going crazy, but this is another viral thing going against Megan. What do y'all think about everybody turning against Meg? Is this now, do we have to look at this now at this point where she is the problem? Because like I said, every week there's somebody in her camp, the last thing. She doesn't want people around her, then this and that. There's always like an issue with the people around her. So as you guys know, I'm a big Megan fan, but this is the latest lawsuit. How do y'all feel about this Megan situation? Do you believe the photographer, or you think this is a salacious claim? Let me know. All right, our second quick story. All right, we're going to cover 3 Beyonce stories in one so that they're not all over the place. So the first thing is I wanted to let you guys know about the NFL halftime show and how much viewership she garnered. So the games themselves garnered 24 million views each game. And it peaked with Beyonce getting 27 million viewers. So people are kind of not impressed with those numbers. When the NFL game day was on normal television, I think it was CBS, it garnered 24 million. It was actually the same. So they're basically saying Beyonce just brought in an extra 3 million people and everybody thinks her numbers should be higher. If you ask me, I do agree with that. I literally thought it was going to bring in at least around like a 30 or 40 million. To give it context, Jake Paul and Mike Tyson brought in, I think it was 60 or 70 million. So you would think Beyonce at Christmas for a performance, you'd think she would bring in 40 or 50 million. 27 is not bad, but everybody thought it would spike. Even her commercial for the halftime show, she alluded to the fact that she might crash the site, and she had like this spinning dial of like Netflix won't be able to keep up. So she didn't crash the site, and she only garnered 3 million people more. All right, so that's the first thing, numbers. Now, a lot of people were asking me, or people are talking in the comment section of they wonder how much Beyonce got paid for that. I did find that out for you guys. Now, in 2019, Beyonce entered into a $60 million deal with Netflix for 3 exclusive projects. The first one was the Coachella documentary Homecoming. The second one was this NFL Christmas Day halftime show. And the third is to be announced. And the details for this final project remain undisclosed. So it looks like she entered into a deal, a 3-part deal. And it looks to me almost like anything they kind of want to like come up with, as long as they both agree, they'll do. I told you guys last week, the halftime show is not just a halftime show. It is going to be turned into a Netflix special where it'll be behind the scenes and we'll see, the making and everything that goes on. Netflix tends to do that. But from what it looks like, the answer to the question is that she got around 20 million for that performance. All right. Now, the bigger conversation is, of course, anything Beyonce does, there's backlash. So white people are upset after Beyonce's performance featured all black dancers with blonde hair and no white dancers. This is the backlash, right? Now, not everybody is criticizing her. Conservative Tomi Lahren, who previously criticized Beyonce's 2016 Super Bowl performance, actually praised her Christmas show, saying she put on a good performance. We don't have to be outraged at everything. She wrote and she said, "Can we stop with the fake outrage about Beyonce? I'm not her biggest fan either, but she put on a good performance and she is immensely talented. As conservatives, we don't have to be outraged at every single thing." All right, a lot of people were shocked because she normally literally drags Beyonce through the mud. And of course, Tina Knowles, Mama Knowles, clap back. I'm not going to read everything that she wrote, but she mainly just says that irrespective of what you think of Beyonce's music career, this is proof that, everything that she does, everybody gets backlash and hate and whatever, blah, blah. So I'll turn this to you guys as I normally do. What did you guys think about Beyonce's performance? I came on here last week and told you guys I loved her performance. I thought it was very well done. I thought it was a great representation. She used people from, I think 200 people from the Texas marching band. I guess they just happen to be all black. But what do you guys think on a conservative level, from black people to white people or whatever? Did you guys like the show? And what do you think about the outrage? I think everybody just likes to have outrage right now. I agree with Tomi. She literally, everything that Beyonce does is just outrage all the time. And I kind of get it, especially now with everything that's going on with Jay-Z, but I just don't think it's always warranted. You know what I mean? But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Did you like the performance? And what do you think about her dancers and the whole stage performance? Let me know. Our third quick story. Royce Reed launches Instagram page, I Had a Baby by Superman, to tell her story and expose Dwight Howard. All right, Royce Reed, former Basketball Wives star and the mother of NBA player Dwight Howard's child, has taken to social media to tell her side of the story about their highly publicized and toxic relationship. With the launch of her Instagram page, I Had a Baby by Superman, Reed vows to share the full details of her experience with Dwight Howard that has yet to be made fully public. All right, I'm going to put the post that she wrote up. I'm not going to read the whole thing because she's not really saying anything. She's basically just saying, I have tea. I have all the dirt. I know everything about you. And because you're not doing things right, I don't know if it's a money situation. She's like, you know what? I'm going to expose you. Here's a little video. Take a listen.
Hey y'all, it's Royce. And due to a lot of recent occurrences that include lies, fabrications, false accusations, etc., said it's about that time for me to tell my story. I told you to leave me alone. I told you not to with me, yet you still do. And now you're gonna get what you asked for.
Like I told y'all, this is an exciting holiday season. Everybody is going on at everybody. It's crazy. Our fourth quick story, cool fun fact for y'all. Generation Beta is the next chapter in humanity, and it's going to begin in 2025. I didn't even know about this. The year 2025 marks the dawn of a new generation, Generation Beta. It defines those who were born between 2025 and 2039. This cohort represents the constitution of the generation's timeline following Generation Alpha 2010 to 2024. By 2035, Generation Beta is projected to make up 16% of the global population, with many members likely living into the 22nd century. Generation Beta will emerge in an era of profound change with technological integration while redefining every aspect of life. From automation, transport to AI-driven education, healthcare, their environment will be one where the physical and digital world blends seamlessly. I don't know how much I like beta, like Generation Beta. It's just not cool. The millennials, Generation Y, Generation X, like I just don't like this alpha beta thing, but I didn't know that we're starting a new generation. Shout out to anyone who's born in 2025. Our fifth quick story. Ice Spice's new song, Hannah Montana, featuring DaBaby, only had 81,000 streams on Spotify in its first day, one of the lowest first day streams for a mainstream artist ever. Is Ice Spice's career finally over? All right, I posted this, I think it was on Thursday's episode or Friday's episode. I'm saying that she has a new song coming out. Y'all know I'm a big Ice Spice fan. And it looks like it was a flop. One of the lowest debuts for an artist ever. Ice actually just put out a freestyle over the weekend. I commented on it on a couple of blogs and people literally dragged me. I don't know why I like Spice so much. I think she's cool, man. I like her lackadaisical flow. I like her, she's not trying to like overthink and have triple double entendres and drop bars. Like she's just a young party girl. She just likes to have fun, dance on stage, and just keep simplistic lyrics and have good beats. I think it's needed. I think there is the Megan Thee Stallions and the Lottos and the Nicki Minaj's and all of that. And I just think that there's always going to be a place for this kind of hip hop. There was a place for Yachty. There was a place for Soulja Boy. That's who Ice Spice is. But it seems like people are disagreeing with me and are just tired of it. Every time I talk about Spice, I do say one thing. She definitely has to change up her flow. We need a different cadence, but I don't know. I like Ice Spice, man. Let me know what you guys think. You like the new song, and like the question of like the blog asked, is it over? Is this the end of Spice? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. Our sixth quick story. DJ Vlad and Joe Budden have ended their beef. All right, this is for my old school hip hop heads out there. After 15 years of beef, I ran into Joe Budden shopping in New York yesterday. It was the first time we've seen each other since 2008. I walked up to him, we shook hands, congratulated each other on our successes, and talked about our families. It was a real grown man moment. Happy holidays to everyone. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't even remember their beef. I don't remember what it was, but I was going to look back into it, but why even rehash stuff? I do know that they weren't fans of each other, and a lot of people aren't fans of Vlad, but I like to see this. I like when, the gurus of these online platforms. Vlad has been one of the first out here. Joe with his podcast, Vlad with his videos. They were the two first kind of like outside of hip hop to get on this online platform. So like that they're finally coming together. I would like to see them each on their respective shows, but salute. I like when hip hop beef is over and people get together. So salute to Vlad and Joe for doing their grown man-ish. Our seventh quick story. Simone Biles representing for her husband, Jonathan Owens, in a custom outfit. All right, I wanted to throw this in here for Travis Hunter to see. Travis, this is how your fiance or your wife is supposed to be representing you when you're at your games, all right? Shout out to Travis, man. This is going viral. I love Simone. Y'all know how much I love her. Olympic gold medalist. She is for those of you who can't see, she is in a full outfit, top to bottom, with Owens's pictures and his jersey number on the back. I'm going to play a video right beside me. Love this. I'm not saying, I was joking before, I'm not saying that this is how your wife or fiance has to represent you, but this is a good reflection. And I think this is why it's going viral. It's a good reflection to kind of show and give a hint to Travis that, your girlfriend or your fiance or your wife complaining that you're taking pictures with fans is not really the look that you should want out here. And Simone is a good reflection of, how you could be supporting your man out there. And by the way, he is also very supportive of Simone too when she's at the Olympics and doing things. So shout out to both of them. I like this couple. All right, our eighth quick story. King Harris reveals his family has been trying to debate who is better, Beyonce or Rihanna. All right, do I have a clip of this? Yeah, let me just play a little clip. Take a listen.
It was a family debate. People are trying to tell me Beyonce better than Rihanna. I mean, Beyonce is hard, but Rihanna is like the one.
All right, this sparked, of course, a lot of viral moments online, and everyone's weighing in. I'll give you guys my answer. First of all, I don't like that you always try to pit Rihanna and Beyonce together. We know that Rihanna was discovered by Jay-Z, and it's the whole was Jay with Rihanna and the whole Beyonce thing. So I don't like that y'all try to put them together all the time. Second of all, they don't do the same music. It's not fair to compare them. They're two vastly different artists. If you understand music, they're very, very different. Beyonce is way more of a vocal artist than Rihanna is. And two, Beyonce dances. She's an entertainer. Rihanna really doesn't dance that much. She does have some choreography, but she's not known as a dancer. So those two things are two vastly different artists. If I have to make a choice, just my personal preference, I think it's actually like choosing your favorite child, so it's not fair to do. But if I have to, I would choose Beyonce. But that's just because I'm a traditional music fan. I come from the R&B era where I like an artist that dances and that performs and entertains you. I like that. If you're not going to dance, then you have to be like a ballad performer like Celine Dion, Patti LaBelle, Whitney Houston, where your vocals are your choreography, where Beyonce has the ability to mix that. And that's why somebody like Usher is so great too, where he has great vocal range, but he can also perform and dance. And I know the whole, oh my gosh, Beyonce was lip syncing at the at the Beyonce Bowl for the NFL, she was not lip syncing. And like even somebody was saying, Beyonce was training as a kid to sing while running on a treadmill. So just for that area, I will say, just because of my own preference, I like that kind of entertainment. But music-wise, it's like comparing apples and oranges. Just because they're both black female, you cannot compare them. That's what I think. But let me know what you guys think. Weigh in on this argument. Are you Team Rihanna and Team Beyonce? If you had to choose, let me know. Our 9th quick story. SZA turned off comments on her tweets after Community Notes exposed her for lying about going #1 organically with no promo. The SZA Deluxe was on the cover of every DSP, the highest promo for any artist could ever ask for. All right, I don't know why artists do this, because you know they're going to get called out, especially on Twitter. So SZA tweeted out this, and she said, "The fact that y'all have me at #1 for the 3rd day with no playlist, no promo, no radio on a deluxe, this is why I try my best, because y'all always got me no matter what. Thank you." So like I said, there was an editor comment that says, SZA in fact was on the front of the cover of Spotify's R&B playlist. So I don't know why SZA did that, but y'all got to be easy on SZA. We do know that she is delicate. She has also always talked about her mental and all of that stuff. So just take it easy on my girl SZA. You know, I'm a big SZA fan. I don't know why she would come out and say this when we can all see that she's on playlist, but just take it easy on SZA, all right? Our 10th quick story. Cosby Show actor Geoffrey Owens explains why he donated the $25,000 Nicki Minaj gave him, admits he's still struggling financially. It's been 6 years since actor Geoffrey Owens made headlines during the viral photo of him bagging groceries at Trader Joe's, which ultimately led him to new opportunities. However, the Brave Star admits that despite all the positive things that came out of that, he is still struggling behind the scenes. I have a little clip. Take a listen.
Encouraging me and supporting me and giving me work, you know, Tyler Perry, 50 cents, and Nicki Minaj.
Right.
Nicki Minaj sent me money.
Yeah,
she sent me $25,000.
Right.
Okay, I wanted to play that little clip just to show, because everybody always drags Nicki Minaj, how nice Nicki is. Nicki did not have to give him $25,000. And I also wanted to play to show how cool he was to donate it. So it's a whole 6-minute clip. I'll just sum it up really quickly. Geoffrey was photographed at Trader Joe's, and everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, how could you be on the Cosby Show and you're just bagging stuff at Trader Joe's?" And then everybody in the industry was like, "Oh my gosh, we're going to try to give you work. We remember you from the Cosby Show." And it turns out where Nicki Minaj didn't have a job to offer him, but she donated him $25,000 or gave him $25,000. And he said he felt so bad to just take the money that he donated it, even though he's still struggling. He said that Tyler Perry gave him some work, 50 Cent gave him some work, but it's still hard out here. And a lot of people think that just because you're in the industry that you make money. If you're getting residual checks from the Cosby Show, I find it hard that you would be bagging groceries at Trader Joe's making like minimum wage. But who knows what's going on in someone's life? It seems to me maybe just he's bad financially. It could be that. But anyways, feel good story for the holidays. Want to throw it in here. And again, everybody always like gets on Nicki Minaj, and there's stories about her that she's mean and she's not nice or whatever. And here is a story about her donating $25,000 to somebody that used to be on the Cosby Show. So I want to throw that in here for y'all. Our 11th quick story. The Carter Knowles family popped out in full support of Beyonce with their all-white for the Christmas Day halftime performance. All right, so a lot of people were speculating online, yo, where's Jay-Z? How come he's not here? How come you don't see him on the field showing out or whatever? And I managed to find some footage that Jay-Z was, in fact, in the building. So no, they're not separated. They're not beefing. Like I said earlier, I think that there was probably some drama back home, but of course, for public appearances, like when Blue Ivy was in the Mufasa movie, J and B were there for her. And of course, something big like this on Christmas, the whole family's going to be there. So stop the speculation. Jay-Z was in fact there, but you can continue the speculation of maybe what's going on behind closed doors, because that I believe, but Jay-Z was there. Our 12th quick story. Journalist Speedy Morman kicks fan off of live stream after using the N-word as a non-black person. All right, this went super viral everywhere. Complex journalist recently kicked off a fan off of his live stream mid-chat after learning they were not black but used the N-word during the chat. The fan, who didn't turn her camera on while speaking on relationship advice with Speedy, tried to justify the use by saying, "I got black family. My uncle is black, but he's not my uncle by blood, just by marriage." However, Speedy wasn't buying it and abruptly removed her anyways. All right. I don't know why this went so viral, but actually I have a little clip. Take a listen.
Do you know when you know that your can pull?
Hold on, let me cut you off. Are you black?
Uncle's black, but he's my uncle by marriage.
I gotta cut her.
What do y'all think, man? If my black people out there, if you have white friends, do you let them use the N-word around you? Or white people, do you think that it should be okay for you guys to use the N-word? Sound off below. I personally don't like it used against me, but I also don't use the N-word. So I don't use it. Don't say it around me. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Our 13th quick story. Mars will be called the new world, just as America was in past centuries. The world is changing before our eyes. Don't get left behind. Elon Musk, again, just out here talking about Mars, saying how he's going to put people on Mars. And 2025, he's doing a lot of stuff with SpaceX. So wanted to throw this in here. Do you guys actually think that we will be on Mars? I was talking about that with one of my cousins over the holidays, and he doesn't think that we'll see it in our lifetime. But if you guys had the opportunity, would you like to go and live in the new world? Would you like to go on Mars? I personally would, but I want to let a couple of 100,000 people go before me, and then maybe I'll maybe take a little visit. Maybe I'll vacation in Mars. I don't know how much I want to live there, but let me know what y'all think. Our 14th quick story. Donald Trump urges the Supreme Court to delay TikTok ban so he can negotiate a resolution to save the platform. All right, we have followed up on this whole TikTok thing. This is the latest. Elect President Trump reaches out to the Supreme Court asking them to push back the deadline for the possible TikTok ban, which is set for the day right before he takes office. The court was on board to fast track TikTok's appeal against the ban, but Trump is letting his justices know to hold off until he gets in the White House. One of his aides says President Trump alone poses the deal-making experience and the electoral mandate and the political will to negotiate a resolution to save the platform while addressing the nation's security concerns. So again, we have followed all the progress on this, and Donald Trump is literally stepping in now and saying, just stop it. Let me do this. I don't know if the Supreme Court can do that. They have to hear a case. They can't just automatically, stop a ban that has already been voted on from Congress. The only thing the Supreme Court could vote to do is uphold it or not, and they have to hear it. So I don't know if this is even possible, but who knows, man? I don't know what Trump could do these days. Our 15th quick story. Kevin O'Leary says half of Canadians favor Trump's proposal for Canada to join the U.S. All right, we have asked you guys this a couple of times. Here is Kevin O'Leary, and I have polled you guys, and most of my Canadians that follow me are not in favor to go to the U.S. I don't know where the other half is, but I wanted to ask you guys again, for my Canadians out there, do you agree with this? Do you want to see Canada become the 51st state? And my Americans, do you want Canada to be part of the U.S.? Here is Kevin O'Leary. Take a listen.
When Trudeau was down there, he joked and said Canada should be the 51st state. I don't know. Do you think this is even possible?
I like this idea, and at least half of Canadians are interested.
I am on the fence. I don't know how I feel, man. I'll read the comments. Our 16th quick story. Burger King releases a 5-patty burger called the Whopinator in Poland, priced at $7. This is just gross, if you ask me. But I want to ask my Americans, do you guys want to see this come to the U.S.? It just doesn't even look good. And I am not a big fast food eater, but this just looks gross to me. The only fast food burger that I like is Harvey's. You guys don't have that in the U.S., but any of my Americans, you ever come up to Canada, trust me, have a Harvey's burger. Whew, that is literally the only fast food burger that doesn't taste like a fast food burger. And that's because they actually cook it right in front of you as you order it. I don't know why Harvey's is not in the US. I feel like they would do so well in the US. But anyways, yeah, let me know if you guys want this Whoppinator. It's disgusting. Our 17th quick story. Young Miami in Jamaica getting chicken from KFC. Shout out to my people from Yard. All right, let me tell y'all why this is such a big deal. I actually have a video. Take a listen.
Yo, where you there? Where you there, young man? Where you there? Where the KFC, man? Where you do a KFC, girl? Chicken.
All right, yes, let me tell you why this is such a big deal. Jamaica and Barbados have the best KFC in the world. If you ever go to any of those two places, you must go to KFC. That's why you'll see people or content creators filming themselves at Kentucky Fried Chicken and no other restaurant. It is hands down the best KFC. And that's because they use the local chickens and not the chickens that have all that other stuff in them here in Canada and the US. I'm telling you, it is almost like gourmet style Kentucky Fried Chicken. It is so good. But anyways, for those people who are in the comments on the blogs, like, why is she posting this? That's why. It's literally gourmet, amazing chicken. If you're ever there on vacation, get off the resorts and go to a KFC. Our 18th quick story. HBCU Marching Band invited to perform at Donald Trump's inauguration parade. All right, Mississippi Valley State Marching Band has been invited to perform at Donald Trump's inauguration parade next month. The historically black university shared the exciting news on social media, and they said that this is not just a moment of pride for our university, but for the entire state of Mississippi. It's an opportunity to showcase our legacy, celebrate our culture, and invest in the future leaders of our community. The 250-member band is currently fundraising to cover the cost for the trip with a goal of raising $350,000. Will you be donating? So I really wanted to throw this in here. I tried to do some research and I couldn't find the answer, so I'm going to rely on y'all to help me. Is this a normal thing? What I did find in my research is that the government is spending $90 million on the inauguration. Why, if you're inviting a band, do they have to pay? Now, if for the history of the inauguration, if all bands have been invited and they all have to pay, then fine. But why are you paying for everything else, but a band has to put a GoFundMe link out to raise money to go? I just don't understand. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and please come with some facts. If this is how it's always been happening forever, I'm okay with it, but sounds a little funny to me. Our 19th quick story. One-hit wonder Kendrick Lamar, Not Like Us, falls out of the top 4 ever since Drake stopped responding to him. All right, obviously this blogger is not a big Kendrick Lamar fan because he's definitely not a one-hit wonder. But I want to throw this in here because y'all know I'm Team Drizzy. I know y'all are in the comment section and be like, oh gosh, all Trent does is talk about Drake. Yes, that's my guy. That's my boy. Been riding since the beginning. And Not Like Us is no longer in the top 40. Let's go. I want even a round of applause for that. Yes, finally, you guys are stopping to listen to Not Like Us. Whoo! As a Canadian, that is hard to hear because we are a lot like y'all, all right? Anyways, all jokes aside, it is out of the top 40. What do you guys think? Do you guys think the Kendrick Lamar wave is finally coming to an end? We do know that he's performing at Super Bowl and he's going to be at the Grammys. I think he's leading the Grammys, definitely leading in the rap category. For sure, he's going to get a little bit of a blip again for Not Like Us, but that will just be for a couple of weeks and then I'm sure it will go back down. Is it over? Are we ready to hear Drake again? Are we ready for a Drake Party Next Door album? I actually wish they would skip that album and just go to the Drake album, but that's with a contract and he's just using that to get out of his contract. We're not going to get into it, but shout out to Drizzy. I know he was on stream with Aiden Ross. I know all of you saw it and heard it. I'm not going to talk about it, but let me know what you guys think. Is it over for Kendrick Lamar or is he going to come back out with another big hit? Let me know what you guys think. All right, our 20th quick story. Vybz Kartel hints at Drake's possible appearance at the Freedom Street concert. Sorry, okay. I said I didn't have any more things about Drake. I have one more, all right? Listen to Vybz Kartel. Take a listen.
I am opening and I am closing the show. And some other artists from Canada, which shall remain unnamed.
All right, so this is in fact happening. I've heard from multiple sources that Drake is going to be there. And I mean, you put out this kind of hint, you're basically telling people he's going to be there. Shout out to Mars, one of our core listeners. She actually might be going and covering the Vybz Kartel show. So shout out to Mars. Hope you guys, you and the team get out there. I wish I could be there with y'all, but I'm having a New Year's Eve party at my house. So yes, I could be in Jamaica with Vybz Kartel and everybody else. Oh, by the way, I also heard that Cardi B is going to be there as well too. Of course, you guys know he's going to have surprise guests. It definitely is going to go down as the biggest concert for New Year's Eve, 1000%. And yeah, I can't believe I have a full invitation to go there backstage and everything with Mars, and I can't go. But I'm a family guy, and I'm staying at home with my family and having a big New Year's Eve party at my house. One floor is going to be the older, like my mom, dad, and the older family, and the younger, I have a whole club in the basement that we're having like a DJ and everything. So I'm having 2 floor parties at my house, and I can't leave, man. I'm a family guy. What do you want me to tell y'all? Anyway, shout out to Vybz, Cardi, Drake, or whatever, and everybody back home in JA. I wish I could be there. I hope you guys have a good concert. Shout out to Vybz. All right, this brings us to social discussion of the day. All right, you live together. Rent is $1,500 a month. Utilities is $350 a month. How much should the man pay? All right, first person answered $1,850, which is the whole thing. Another person said at least $3,000 because my hair and nails and groceries need to get done. Somebody says nothing at all. Let that man work on his mixtape. Somebody says, just make sure. Okay, can't say that. Somebody says, leave this argument in 2024, but do your best for you and what you intend on doing. Somebody says, so what works for y'all too, but finding a place for $1,500 is not it. And somebody else says, where do they have $1,500 rent? I would like to apply. Oh, I guess that person is probably living in a place that costs more than that. Most people here are saying $1,800. Somebody said $1,600, which is she's going to put in $2,000. And somebody said, don't bring this to 2025. Now, I wanted to weigh in on this because it did go a little bit viral. And I do agree with people that we need to stop having this discussion, but the discussion is here. My 2 cents is, I think it all has to do with the person who you're with. And I think that's why people are tired of this discussion, because it's not a monolith. We're all different people. You can't say that a man must pay for everything, because suppose a woman wants to go out and work and she wants to contribute. Now, I am a person that, I was fortunate to work and be successful. I have my house, I have my cars, I have my things. So I don't necessarily need a woman that needs to pay half the bills. But if I am with somebody that wants to go out and work and wants to contribute, why would I tell her no? What I would do though, and this is what I would like to add to the conversation, is that if you are with somebody that is financially secure, that you don't have to work, what I would like to see is somebody or my partner, I would like to help them live out their dream. So let's say, I have a dream of like having, let's say like a clothing company or a restaurant or whatever it is. Like the fact that if I have enough to get us and you want to go out and do something, why go out and work a 9-to-5 for somebody else? Start something that's your own dream, or work with kids, or work at a nonprofit. Because I agree, like you don't want to just stay home and do nothing. But instead of working a 9-to-5 and only having 2 weeks vacation, while I could go off and we could go off and travel and do whatever we want, I would say don't work the 9-to-5 and work on something that's your dream. That is what I think is missing from the conversation of man having to pay or who's to pay or whatever. It's if the man can pay, what are you doing to help your partner live out their goals and their dreams? That's just my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Do you think regardless it should just be half, fair, it's 2025? Or do you think 2025 it should be The man is doing this and the woman should be doing this. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. All right, this brings us to question of the day. All right, what's the ugliest fashion trend right now, but nobody talks about it? Okay, I think you're going to have a hard time finding something that nobody talks about, but somebody says, sorry, but Crocs just ain't it for me. Yo, I agree, man. My nephews love Crocs. I cannot stand. I will never own a pair of Crocs. I'll never wear a pair of Crocs. I don't care how comfortable y'all tell me they are. I just don't like that. Somebody said wig baby hair. All right. Another person said BBLs. People are really getting on BBLs nowadays. Somebody said duck nails. Sorry, ladies. What's duck nails? Duck nails? I don't even know what that is. Somebody says any kind of bed clothing outside, bonnets or pajamas or slippers. I don't see the whole thing about don't wear bonnets to the airport. Like, who cares? Guys wear do-rags, you can wear a bonnet. I don't care about that. Even if you want to wear pajamas, doesn't bother me. Somebody said big pants on men. All right, that's an interesting conversation. I feel like it's not just forward fashion people anymore. More men are starting to wear baggier jeans. How do you guys feel about that? I don't mind it. That's 90s style. You know, I think the skinny jeans went too skinny, if you ask me. I was of it too at some point. I did wear a little bit too much of a skinny jeans, but it was the trend. But yeah, big pants on men. Somebody said men painting their fingernails. I don't have a problem with it. I necessarily am not going to really jump on that trend, but I don't have a problem with it. Men in skinny jeans pulled halfway down. Yeah, I really don't. I'm not for that. Somebody said them boots that look like bullhorns and bonnets, pajamas. A lot of people are with this whole pajama bonnet thing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What is an ugly trend that you are not down with? All right, that brings us to sports news. All right, two quick things I want to touch on. Going back again to the NFL Christmas Day, everybody was debating, was the NBA better on Christmas Day or was the NFL better? I have the numbers. The NFL brought in 24.2 million viewers and the NBA brought in 5.2 million viewers. Now, the NFL is a far bigger league than the NFL. So again, that's comparing apples and oranges, because if you look at the NBA, that was the highest rated Christmas Day viewers in the past 5 years. So although there are only at 5 million, the viewers are still up. All right. And the last thing about sports news is Kawhi Leonard hints at returning on his Instagram account. He put out a commercial with him and New Balance hinting at his return, and everyone's all excited. I don't understand why people get so excited about Kawhi Leonard coming back. You know, if he comes back, he's just going to get injured again. Give me a break. Anyways, that is it. I have already ran long on time. I got to cut it right there. Thank you so much for tuning in on this Monday show. I hope you enjoyed it. All right, before I let you guys go, I just want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up with the podcast. Oh, actually, before I do that, just want to remind you guys, we are doing podcasts every day throughout this holiday season. We did one on Christmas. We'll do New Year's or whatever. So stay tuned. We'll be here all week. All right. All right. So now before I let you go, just want to remind you guys of all the ways to keep up to date with the podcast. For those who are watching on YouTube or listening on podcast platforms, please try to check me out Monday through Friday on CFQR600.com from anywhere in the world, or 600 AM if you're in the Montreal area. We do play the Trend Out Loud podcast, but we mix it in with 90s and 2000s, hip-hop and R&B. It's a great hour. It's a great way for you to get your entertainment and viral news while listening to your favorite hits from the 90s and 2000s. And I select the music. Yes, I am your DJ. I'll be DJing my New Year's Eve party too. So make sure you check it out. It's a dope hour. Now, vice versa, for those of you who are used to listening to the show on CFQR, and you can always catch the show between 11 to 12, you're busy, you got things to do, we get it. I'm going to give you 3 ways to keep up with the show. First, on CFQR 600's website, when you click Listen Live, there is a second tab that says Listen On Demand. You click that right there, you'll get access to all 408 podcast episodes of ours. Listen at your heart's content. And it's the holidays, so you have time. The second way, of course, is on YouTube. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button. We upload daily on YouTube. And third is we are available on all podcast platforms. Just go to your desired site, type in Trend Out Loud. The show will pop up. Don't forget to hit the follow and subscribe button so that you can be notified every time we upload a new show. Just like YouTube, we upload daily. You can follow me on any social platform. It's always the same handle, Trent Out Loud. And don't forget to follow the media company, Exo City Media, on Instagram. For those of you who are tuned in right now to CFQR, do not touch your dial because Dawn Smooth is coming up next with the midday mix or the lunch mix from 12 to 1. And Dawn is always dropping the hits. I hope you all enjoyed the show. I'll see you tomorrow for Tuesday's episode. Peace. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy, Trent Out Loud. Peace. For more content, you could subscribe, download, or listen to the Trent Out Loud podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts, or you could watch us on YouTube. Just search Trent Out Loud. For showtimes and updates, you could follow us on all social platforms at Trent Out Loud.